see what the final stage, completely remade, has to offer. He's still moving, but it is to no avail, and that's the tournament. Joey Davis will take on the stage for the 4th ever time. 5 seconds! Can he do it? He's time's off! Hello everybody, and welcome back to the 11th edition of Ninjas of Halo in the first ever 50 competitor tournament. I am your host, SonicFan10193, and welcome back. In the last tournament of Ninjas of Halo, we saw Joey Davis, or Vesia, become the closest person in this era to achieve total victory. However, he fell short. For that and the jumping competitors for this tournament, there have been many changes across the 4 stages. So let's head on down to stage 1, where the fun's about to begin. And the first ever 50 competitor tournament, stage 1, begins with the quintuple steps, which have been made slightly easier. Move across the 5 now slightly wider steps. Then it goes into the butterfly wall. Been quite a newcomer killer recently. Hit a tight jump on the rail and then dismount. Then it goes into one of 2 new obstacles, the silk slider. Land on the block and then get a short head slide down to the dismount. Then it's the bounce boulder, which has been made slightly harder. The trampoline jump is just a bit more difficult. And then it goes into the dynamic duo, seemingly of this era, the half pipe attack. And then the great wall, which has actually been made slightly harder this tournament. And then it goes into the second new obstacle, the overpass, based off the obstacle from American Ninja Warrior. The moment you jump on that first bar, the green bar starts getting further away, so you must plan accordingly. Then it goes into the hot streak, move across the bars before they drop off under your feet, and then finishes off with the now lowered Vine to Victory, so you actually have to do most of the bars now. And if any of our 50 competitors can beat this stage within 90 seconds, they will be going to the second stage. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot at stake. This tournament will have the 300th ever competitor in the first ever 50 competitor tournament, and it all begins with the first run of Tournament 11 of Ninjas of Halo. It is Hi, I'm Galactic. Galactic, I believe, does a lot of Minecraft Ninja Warrior stuff, and now he is taking on a Halo course. Here he goes. I believe he competed in the newest tournament of Spartan Sasuke, where he failed the X-Bridge, but aside from that, he hasn't really done much, so this will be pretty fresh off the bat here for Galactic. Almost came short of that 4th step. That would have been unfortunate, but he is almost, and there we go. He's through the quintuple steps. Going to be the first to take on the butterfly wall. Zeal's struggling with some practice. He's going to give it a warning shot. Let's see, he goes low for it, he goes straight for it, and oh, he came up just short of the dismount! It's unfortunate, he just didn't get a great dismount jump there. But next up, we have someone who I never thought would run this course. We have Cursed, or Cursuade, or Cursey. I don't know how you actually pronounce it. It's something like that. He is big into Halo basketball. However, he lost a bet. He didn't think that I could beat him in HBL, and then I beat him by 15 points. So now he's here, and oh no, he doesn't get a good jump on the 3rd step. Oh well. Next up, we have Fingal 473. I believe this is a friend of Cyrus's, perhaps? Let's see, and nope, that is not how you do the first jump. Okay, moving on. We have, whatever's happening here. This is V-Reiku in typical V-Reiku intro fashion. This is his first appearance since Tournament 8, I believe. He made his debut in Tournament 2. Let's see here. Reiku gonna hold the Sentinel Beam. That's not a very good idea. Kind of blocks up part of your vision, especially when you're trying to go for jumps, which is probably the most crucial part of any Halo jumping course. But anyway, he's going at about a galactic pace through this quintuple steps, and he's through. Taking a small second to celebrate now, lining up for the butterfly wall. Ooh, he got a bad jump there. That's it for Reiku. I think he aimed a bit too high, but next up we have Foamy Boy EEE. Formerly it's Foamy, he then changed his name to like CJG Gaming or something like that, and now it's Foamy Boy EE. So let's see if the double name change, burning $10 there, will help him at all on jumping. Let's see, going a bit faster than he usually does on the quintuple steps. His last few appearances haven't been too spectacular. He failed this obstacle right here, and he sticks it. Doesn't even need a save jump. Nicely done, and he's going to be the first to take on the Silk Slider. Let's see here, he's going to line this up, being a big jump here, and he got it perfectly. No save jumps needed whatsoever. Now he's going to take on the bounce boulder. This trampoline jump's pretty okay. He's just going to teleport for it, and no, he comes up short. Tries to hit the boulder, but it doesn't pay off for him. Next up we have Alpha Kai, who despite hopes of getting up top the tower, failed the very first jump of the stage. We had the Big Kuao, who probably had the worst attempt at the butterfly wall I've ever seen. And then we had Dawn Upon, who had an equally terrible butterfly wall attempt. Let's see here, and next up at number 9 oh no, I thought this bit was over already. Next up is Tails Sucks. Making his third appearance, he debuted in the 9th tournament of this course, and I guess that's why he has number 9, but it doesn't really matter since he is probably one of the worst competitors to ever come out of the woodwork here. I don't really know why I let him back on at this point. There's no Tails Sucks advocates who want him here. He just shows up, and I don't stop him. But nonetheless, he gets a nice save jump on the butterfly wall, and he's going to take a bunch more, because that's what Tails Sucks does, getting a 360 in there, and he's now shooting the butterfly wall, practically clowning on the people who failed it earlier. Now going for the Silk Slider. Let's see, he's going to line this up, and he tries to do it backwards. Okay. Moving on to someone actually important, maybe? Nope, not someone important. It's Pacific Champ. Hence the fact that he has the same role Tails Sucks did. But nonetheless, let's just see how he can do. Going into the quintuple steps. Okay, he's actually going to go kind of fast. This is interesting. Let's see how Pacific Champ can do here. Going into the butterfly wall. He gets a slide jump and does the same thing that one rando did. Alright. Next up, we have Meridian Poem. I think this is where the randos begin to take over. He's lining up. Alright, Meridian, and he's now going to turn around and shoot at the stage, I guess. Alright. Okay, now someone's at the starting line, and there's warfare now on the stage. This is what randos do best. They cause chaos and don't do the stage correctly. And now is that a sniper rifle? Is that what the other guy has? Oh dear, I'm surprised that Meridian here hasn't fallen off the stage yet. Alright, and through the quintuple steps, now onto the butterfly wall. Let's see. Oh, they're gonna go for a slide jump too, but come up short. It's unfortunate for Meridian. Surprised they even got past the quintuple steps as the warfare continues among the randos. We have Metal Pilot, almost failed the first jump. Let's see, Metal Pilot doesn't even get a sprint there, and they are out already. Alright, well next up we have Sonny Lavelle. This one was actually trained by the one and only Avesio, or Joey Davis. So let's see if that training will put him into a good position. I don't know. Hopefully they do well, because it's hard to get someone like that to train you, and they go for the butterfly. Will get a save jump, but does not land it. Just a bit too far out. But next up is Solar. This is another rando, and yep, you can tell because there's absolute chaos happening just behind them. But they're going really fast on those quintuple steps. Take a look at this. And through the quintuple steps into the butterfly wall. No randos, I think, beat this ever, but Solar does! Look at this! And now Solar going to take on the Silk Slider. They're going to go straight for it. And Solar is through the Silk Slider. Look at this rando go! Going straight for the bounce boulder, but comes up short. That was an impressive run from a rando of all people. But next up, we have the host of Ninja Warrior of Roblox. This is Bubba Ace. As he's making his 4th appearance, he debuted in Tournament 7, where he wore number 1 in the run order. So maybe today Bubba can shine. I believe his personal best came in Tournament 8, where he got all the way past the Great Wall and then had a very unfortunate slip up at the vehicle bouncer where he got out of the mongoose and then ended up just going off the platform. Let's see, going for the butterfly wall now. Bubba goes straight for it, does what Galactic tried to do, but actually makes it work. So lining up for the Silk Slider, and Bubba's got it. Look at that. Alright, let's see, Bubba taking on the bounce boulder. Foamy and that Solar guy failed this jump, and Bubba just comes up short. That's a disqualification. That's it for Bubba Ace. Good run, but is out at the bounce boulder as well. That trampoline jump starting to get people. But next up we have Mr. Savage Burger 5, the return of the Savage duo. I believe they last competed in Tournament 8. The stage is very different from Tournament 8, so let's see how they can perform. See, here we're going pretty quickly on the steps. This is not their first rodeo. Now lining up for the butterfly wall and aimed just a bit too high. I don't think that Mr. Savage Burger even crouched there. Next up we have Mr. Savage Fries, the other person in this duo. Let's see how Fries can do. Alright. I don't know why they're opting to hold the energy sword, since that's just really not a good idea. Kind of makes your screen go a bit wonky in my opinion. But hey, if you want to run Halo 4 style, run Halo 4 style. Let's see. Mr. Savage Fries going for the butterfly wall and gets a nice jump there. That was clean. Gonna celebrate there real quick. Now going into the Silk Slider. See, oh, that was a pretty short jump. You need a big jump for that head slide, and he didn't get it. It's unfortunate. But next up, we have Lord of Ooh. Lord of Oo's making his 2nd appearance here. He competed last tournament, making his debut, and wore number 1 in the run order, where he made it to the half-pipe attack. Let's see, a bit of lag out the start, and oh no, okay, alright. I guess it's going to be one of those runs where nothing makes sense. Lord of Ooh. See, yep, he is spazzing all over the place, but sticks to the butterfly wall. Now going for the Silk Slider. I don't know why the camera's being lazy. And is through the Silk Slider, going into the bounce boulder. No one's beaten this yet. Can Lord of Ooh be the first? And he goes too early. And that's the 4th person out of the bounce boulder now. See, next up we had Jellyfish, who got pretty close on beating the butterfly wall, but came up short. We had Wacky Tracky, who did the exact same thing. And we had Queen Killer, who came up short of the 2nd jump of the stage. Let's see, next up we have Robotic Pie making his 2nd appearance. He debuted last tournament and failed the butterfly wall, if my memory serves me correct. Let's see how Robotic can do. He has been practicing a whole lot more in recent history and has gotten a lot better. Let's see if that practice can be put to the test here. Through the quintuple steps, and someone just got sent far away. Now Robotic going for the butterfly wall, and he's got it. Going for the Silk Slider now. This is all unmarked territory for Robotic. Well, that was a short jump, but it doesn't even need a save. Look at that. Let's see, Robotic's going to try and be the first person to beat this. Can he get the jump? Yes, he can. He's going to stick the ball. Now he has to roll it down the track successfully. He's taking his time here. Gets a nice wrangle, and Robotic's going to be the first to take on the half-pipe attack. Let's see how he can do. And Robotic gets the rope. And okay, taking a few save jumps, but now onto the Great Wall. The lip is now a bit shorter. So let's see if Robotic can get up it. And oh, he's not up in 1. Didn't get a jump there. And oh, he's getting bounced out. Typically, when you mess it up, you typically want to go back to the bottom. But that's not what Robotic's doing, and he's running out of time here. He's only down to 20 seconds, and he is hard struggling on this great wall. He hasn't even gotten a jump off of it yet. Robotic, this is really unfortunate. And he finally gets a jump. Let's see, and no, he doesn't get up it. Robotic! And he's gonna run out of time. And that's it for Robotic Pie. Time's up at the great wall. It's an unfortunate ending for Robotic Pie. Next up, we have Caden Bogard, also known as like a bunch of different other things, but he's Caden Bogard this tournament. We'll see if he is next time, but that's not the point. Caden, sorry, making his third appearance. He's failed the butterfly wall and both of his other ones, if memory serves right. And he gets it nicely there. He's into the silk slider. Robotic and Caden have been having a bit of a feud lately, hence why they are right next to each other in the run order. I guess this will finally settle the debate. Robotic versus Caden. And Caden also just sticking the bounce boulder like it's no problem there. Nicely done. Has way more time than Robotic could even dream of. He's going into the half pipe attack. Caden's had struggles with speed before, but he's going pretty good pace-wise here into the great wall. He has time, but he wants to get up this wall quickly if he's thinking about clearing. And he gets up. No, he doesn't get up it. He messed up the dismount of it there. And now he has to try it again. And he fails the dismount again. What is this? Caden, now he's struggling. This isn't good either. He needs to get up the thing, and he keeps failing. He keeps trying to rush it. And that is the last thing he wants to do. 20 seconds left on the clock. Caden is really struggling with this great wall, and he finally gets up it, but he only has 15 seconds, and he overshoots the mount to the overpass. Doesn't even get to attempt the obstacle. But next up we have Alpha Puma. Alpha Puma making his 6th appearance on the course he debuted in, I want to say, Tournament 4. And after a couple attempts at retiring, he's back once more. That actually was pretty cool. It rhymed. It sounded cool. And now he's into the butterfly wall, and he's got it. Going for the silk slider. He went straight for that. Didn't even take a second to pause. He's into the bounce boulder now. See, oh, okay, he shot the sniper rifle there, which just slowed him down, and he jumped a bit late and came up and missed it. Puma, you can tell he just didn't get a very good jump there. He is out at the bounce boulder, jumped a bit too late, and that is it for Alpha Puma. And next up we have Sakeshi making his first appearance here at Ninjas of Halo. He's done a lot in the community in the past, however it's quite rare to see him on a course these days. But now he's here to take the stage of Ninjas of Halo. Let's see. Taking it a bit slow here on the quintuple steps. But he is through nonetheless. Now going for the butterfly wall, and just barely, look at this, he is barely clinging on there to the butterfly wall, but he crawls up it, just barely making it on. I don't think I've ever seen someone get that close. You're going to the silk slider, and he overshot the platform there. Just didn't get a very good jump. And next up is Strafe Helix. Making his 4th appearance. He's never cleared stage 1, however he's always gotten relatively close. However, hasn't been able to finish the job. He's failed the last obstacle a couple of, actually no, he's only failed the last obstacle once, but he's gotten past the Great Wall, I believe, in every tournament he's competed in. Just hasn't been able to finish it out. Going for the silk slider, and Strafe has got it. He's on to the bounce boulder. And that was a very well-timed jump. See, moving on through, and Strafe is through the bounce boulder onto the half pipe attack. People, you want to aim for height, and that's exactly what Strafe did there on the half pipe, and he's through. Has 50 seconds for this great wall. If he gets up it quickly, he could be the first clear, and look at that. Now he's going to be the first to take on this overpass. This is a very difficult obstacle, and he overshot the second bar. I think he tried to skip it, but just got an awful jump, and it was very quickly over for Strafe. It's an unfortunate ending. Continues his streak of just not being able to finish out on stage 1. But next up we have Spenny37, otherwise known as Killer the Man. He has been on this stage quite a good bit, and has only beaten it twice and has yet to beat it in this era. However, he could be the first. See, moving on through. And alright, Killer Demand gets the butterfly wall and is going into the silk slider. Not many people have failed this just yet. I believe Sakeshi is the only one so far. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure. I have very poor memory. But he's going for the bounce boulder and he's got it. Killer Demand also typically has a streak of getting deep into stage 1 but not being able to finish out, but this is what he failed in a very weird turn of events the last tournament, and he gets a save jump and he's through the half pipe attack. Going for the great wall now. And he's not up in 1. That was almost made it there, but just didn't get it. And he's going to go for it again, and he's got it in 2, down to 32 seconds. Might want to pick up the pace a tiny bit. And no, he undershoots the 3rd bar of the overpass. No one's even gotten to attempt the moving ledge yet, as he's out again on stage 1. But next up, we have someone we haven't seen in a while. This is By a Long Shot, otherwise known as Long Shot Arrow 76. He's making his grand return from, I think, Tournament 7 was the last time we saw Long Shot Arrow compete on this course. He's been on a bit of a break. He's mostly on Roblox, and I think he was waiting for Halo Infinite to make a grand return. However, he is back on Ninjas of Halo, because that's just how cool Ninjas of Halo is. And he's through the silk slider up and doesn't get up the little ledge there. Going for the bounce boulder, and oh, he also gets disqualified and dies. A double death on the bounce boulder. Let's see what went wrong here. I think he just jumped a bit too late. It's just a really precise jump, and a lot of people have been struggling with it. And Long Shot Arrow, despite a cool return to see him back, is out at the bounce boulder. And coming in at number 29, we have the return of TX Drew TV. He missed out on the last tournament. I believe he was moving during the tournament's filming. However, we have the return of the Drew TV. He's gotten pretty close to beating the stage 1 in the past. However, like many others, has not been able to finish it out. So let's see if this could be the tournament for Drew. Getting a nice landing there. Going for the silk slider. And Drew has got it. Drew a little bit out of practice, as you can see. However, he's still moving nicely into the bounce boulder. Oh, that was a late jump, but he actually ended it quite nicely there. He's moving along. Gets a nice wrangle, and Drew TV is through the bounce boulder. Going to take on the half pipe attack now. And let's see here. Drew completely missed the rope. What on earth happened there? That was a very odd failure for Drew. Just didn't even really get close to the rope. I can't tell if he was trying to skip the rope or what, but just did not get close, and Drew is out on the half pipe attack. Alright, well, coming in, we have our first of the 14 competitors who cleared in the last tournament. This is Super Ninja Jake 2. Jake is making his 3rd appearance. He went from failing the butterfly wall to failing the second obstacle of stage 2, the crumbling ladder. And Jake, he was the first to clear in the last tournament wearing number 9. He could be the first to clear this tournament. Got a bit bounced out there by the silk slider, but managed to make it through nicely. And is going for the bounce boulder now. This obstacle has done some damage so far. Let's see, oh, he's kind of stuck. Kind of have to get the ball moving there, Jake. And Jake is through into the half pipe attack. Let's see how he can do. And Jake's got it. He does not do whatever the heck it was that Drew did. Has 45 seconds for the Great Wall. And he's up and in 1. Alright, gonna try out this overpass. He was worried about this obstacle. He's gonna try and skip bars. Alright, here he goes. He's gonna be the first to take on this jump, and he slipped off! That is a unbelievable way to fail that. He didn't even get to attempt the big jump. He would have been able to save time there if he just went for it, but he kind of messed himself up and kind of threw himself out of loop. And Jake, after beating the stage last tournament, is out at the overpass. Alright, well, we are already 30 runs into this tournament with 0 people able to beat the stage 1. The sun beginning to set on the course And Smoky Massacre is our next competitor, making his 6th appearance. He has beaten this stage once before, however that was back in Tournament 8. He has largely struggled with the stage since. Let's see how Smoky can do though, making his 6th appearance. He debuted in Tournament 2, but like I said, has only beaten the stage one once back in Tournament 8, where he went out on the Psycho track of the 2nd stage. Let's see, Smoky flying through the first few obstacles here. He's going for the bounce boulder, and he's got it nicely. Smoky, he's known for being one of the greats, if not the greatest, of Halo jumping. However, he's yet to really bring that success to Ninjas of Halo, but today could be the day. He's moving into the Great Wall, and he's up it in 1. He has 50 seconds here, more time than anyone else has, going into the overpass. And he actually tries the green bar jump, and he is through the overpass, the first person to beat it today. Now he's going to take on the hot streak. He's yet to try this out before, but he beats it on his first go. 30 seconds for the Vine to victory, and Smoky could be our first clear of the tournament. And he is flying up this Vine, and look at him go. Smoky Massacre destroys the first stage, and he is our first stage 1 clear of the tournament. Beat the bounce boulder, which everyone was struggling with to kick off, and that is a very impressive run. Took out a lot of obstacles actually that he had failed in the past, including this here half-pipe attack. Smoky Massacre, his 2nd time beating the first stage, the first person to beat the overpass this tournament, and Smoky Massacre for the 2nd time in his Ninjas of Halo career will be going to stage 2. Well done. Alright, next up we have Smoky's good buddy Snoz. I believe that was actually Cobra giving him a slap on the back there. Debuted in Tournament 4, and we saw him last tournament where he failed the bounce boulder. However, Snoz making his first consecutive appearances. He's moving through these quintuple steps. It'd be pretty hard to follow up the run that Smoky just put on. However, anything is possible when it comes to Snoz. Going into the silk slider now, and he came up short! Snoz missed the jump to the silk slider there. He just didn't get a very good run-up. I wasn't sure what his strategy really is here, but he's out at the silk slider. Snoz. Next up, we have another good friend of Smoky's. We're going through all these folks. We have Gotenks. Gotenks has done good on Smoky's course, specifically in the past. However, on everyone else's, he really has not lived up to the hype, and most have called him a one-trick wonder, or I guess one-course wonder, something like that. You know what I mean. Let's see Gotenks if he can change that theory today. Going into the silk slider, we just watched Snoz go. Here he goes straight for it, and Gotenks has got it. Going into the bounce boulder now. Let's see Gotenks. He sticks it very nicely there. Lining up for this drop, and he doesn't even get a jump. I like people who don't go for jumps there. That's impressive. Let's see what his strategy is going to be on the half-pipe attack. What is this double jump chaos he's trying to do there? It does not work out for him, and Gotenks is out at the half-pipe attack once more. Alright, next up we have Deej, otherwise known as Demigods, and that's Cursed to Rare, war number 2 this tournament, giving him some good luck crouching, I guess. Whatever it is, Deej. He's appeared before. I believe he appeared last tournament and failed the curtain slider. However, that is now gone and replaced with the silk slider. Lots of sliders happening. Deej going for the quintuple steps, and he's through. He's going to take some celebratory crouches there before attempting this butterfly wall, and he just makes it. Nicely done, Deej. Going into the silk slider, and no, he got bounced out! He didn't even get a jump. I think he railed himself into the pipe, and Deej is out at the silk slider just like Snoz. Alright, well, next up was supposed to be Spartan and Walnut. However, he did not compete this tournament, so we have Baked Cashew instead. Don't really know much about this guy. He's pretty much a rando. However, he was the lucky rando, which is pretty fitting since Walnut Cashew, you know. Let's see how he can do the butterfly wall, though. And, oh my god, he stuck it! Randos have been getting better with this butterfly wall. I don't know what's happening here. We're going into the silk slider. And he goes for it, and gets a save jump and goes for a dismount and comes up short. 3 people in a row now failing that. Let's see, next up we have El Booker Taco. Taco, notorious for failing the final obstacle of the stage 1, both in Tournament 7 and Tournament 8. However, he finally pulled through last tournament and beat stage 1. He went out of the crumbling ladder, and oh my god, Taco just skipped that step. That is such a risky strategy. But Taco making it work. He is going so fast. Holy cow. He went to a slide jump there. Taco going for the fastest run of the century. The 5-time. I'm not going to say it 3 more times, but you get the joke. It's Taco going for the bounce boarder. Kind of lost a lot of his speed there. Almost failed the drop. Still a very impressive start. And look at him, he's going to keep up that speed. Taco is on a mission today. He has 45 seconds. Oh, nope, he does not get that. He has 43 seconds this time, but he's up the Great Wall into the overpass. Let's see if he can beat this. He's going to go for the skipping strategy, and he tries to go straight for the 5th. That's not a possible strategy. I don't know what he was trying there, but it doesn't work in the speed demon of the tournament, apparently. Taco does not let it work out for him, and the speed ends up killing him off. A very unfortunate end to what was looking to be a very impressive run. However, El Booker Taco is eliminated at the overpass, a very deadly obstacle so far, and he is out on stage 1. Well, next up, we have a very impressive return. This is Blaze Jahaze. He is making his first appearance since Tournament 5, his first appearance in this era. He most notably was the first person to ever beat the first stage all the way back in Tournament 1 of Ninjas of Halo. And now he's back. I don't think he's seen very many of these obstacles. It has been a very long time since we've seen him out here, but let's see how he can do. Going into the butterfly roller, and Blaze has got it, also formerly known as Jonte. Probably should have mentioned that out the gate. But nonetheless, he's through the silk slider, almost went through the ledge there and walked off, but that would have been very sad. Going into the bounce boulder, and Blaze has got it. And he doesn't even go for a jump. Look at that. Going into the half-pipe attack now. He's going to walk into it. What is this strategy? What are people doing on the half-pipe attack? He tried to walk into it, which is a possible strategy, but we've only seen 2 people make that work out in the past, and Blaze, good to see him return, but is out at the half-pipe attack. Well, now I guess you can tell from the music, but next up is Crowned Ferret 19. Last tournament pulled through and cleared stage 1 for his first time. However, he went out at the fishbone. Let's see how Ferret can do this tournament. Moving through the quintuple steps. He owns his own course, Irish Warrior. Definitely check that out. It is very cool. Let's see, going into the silk slider. Irish here. He's otherwise known as Irish, otherwise known as Foley. He goes by many a name. He's going into the bounce boulder. He advocated for this thing to be buffed, which was part of the reason that it was. I think that's Rog in the background cheering him on. We'll see him run later, but Irish is through the bounce boulder, now into the half-pipe attack. And he has going to take a couple more save jumps, but he's got it. 45 seconds, running a bit slow on time, but he should be able to make it up nicely. Let's see here, can he get up it in 1? Yes, he can, but he's down to 35 seconds. Irish absolutely needs to pick up the pace here, especially given that he's had speed troubles in the past. So he's going to line this up here. And Irish is through the overpass, the second person to beat it today, but he's down to 20 seconds. He has 2 obstacles to go. There's the hot streak here. And he's through 15 seconds for the Vine to victory. You have to do more jumps this time. Let's see. Irish down to the klaxon. He needs to pick up the pace. He still has a few more jumps to go. Down to 5 seconds. Can Irish do it? It's going to be close. Come on, Irish! Yes! Irish is through the first stage. Just a third of a second left. That was very close call there for Irish with just 0.3 remaining on the clock. But that's all you need to beat this first stage. Just makes it through. Whew, that was a bit of a close call. He took his time on a lot of obstacles, which almost would have cost him very dearly. However, he was successful, and that is the important part. And we will see him for the second tournament in a row on stage 2. And next up, we have someone who had an absolute breakout tournament last tournament. This is Sunnyside Splash. He debuted in the last tournament and made it all the way to the chain seesaw of stage 2, getting 6th place in the process. Almost made it to stage 3. Also a member of the self-founded Timmy Helmet Gang. Actually, I don't think he founded the Timmy Helmet Gang, but either way, go Timmy Helmet Gang. Let's see if he can beat this first stage once more. See, a lot of people who've beaten in the past have been struggling on it so far. Here, and he's through the silk slider, going for the bounce boulder, and he's got it. Let's see, Sunnyside hasn't had an issue with stage 1 yet. He's going, oh my god, the ball almost went off track there. That would have been very bad, but he's going for the half pipe attack, and he doesn't get a jump! Sunnyside! That is a very unfortunate result there. Just didn't jump off the half pipe attack. You can see he had a moment where he could have, but just didn't take it. And Sunnyside out at the half pipe attack after doing so well in his debut. That is it for Sunnyside Splash. And coming in at the notorious number 40, this is Cobra. In the last tournament, we also saw Cobra make a breakout performance, getting all the way past stage 2, just being 1 of 5 to do so in the last tournament, and making it all the way to the cliffhanger of stage 3. Cobra would have loved to follow that up by another personal best, but first he has to beat this stage 1. We've already seen Jake, we've already seen Sunnyside go out. However, Cobra does not want to join that gang. He wants to join the gang of Smokey and Irish, who have beaten the stage. He's going to crouch walk along the bounce boulder, and he is through. Got a minute left for the half pipe attack. Let's see, he doesn't do what Sunnyside did, and he gets a, strafes across, not strafe helix, like the actual noun, but nonetheless, he's up the great wall in 1. Look at Cobra go. See, he's going to do the skipping strategy on that overpass. Oh my god, what a save! Oh man, he almost overshot it, and that is, oh man, Cobra. That was risky, but he's through the overpass and is now into the hot streak. Has much more time than Irish did. He should be set on that department, and he's going for the vine to victory. See, Cobra. He's had struggles with this in the past. Can he do it this time? With no flaws? Yes, he can! And Cobra, for the second tournament in a row, is going to the second stage. Well done, Cobra. Had a very smooth run all throughout, barring the overpass. And Cobra pulling through once more, as he is the third stage 1 clear of this tournament, as he will be joining the other 2 red guys, Smokey and Irish, on stage 2. Well done, Cobra. That very close save on the overpass. You will be going to the second stage. Well, we have 10 runs to go as the sun has completely set out here at Ninjas of Halo. And next up, we have one of 4 competitors to compete in every tournament. This is Tricky Cyrus. Making his 11th appearance, he most notably got to 3rd place in Tournament 8. And has done quite well recently in a lot of other courses. However, Tricky has been kind of inconsistent here at Ninjas of Halo. So let's see how he can do today. Moving along into the butterfly wall. See, Tricky has been here since the very start. He made his jumping debut in Ninjas of Halo Tournament 1, actually. So he literally has been here since the very start of the course and of his career. So it's pretty impressive. As he goes through, and he's through the half-pipe attack. He's failed that in the past. So he's going for the Great Wall now. And he's got it, going for the overpass. His obstacle's been quite deadly so far. He goes, skips 2 to 4, and nicely done from Tricky Cyrus. That was impressive. Let's get into some different bars there to optimize the strategy, I guess. He has 30 seconds left for the Vine to victory. Let's see, can he make it up? Tricky, 25 seconds left. It is looking good for Tricky. Gets a save jump there, but he is in the clear, and Tricky Cyrus will be going to stage 2 for his first time since Tournament 8. Well done. His 4th time beating stage 1. Honestly, looked pretty good overall. Didn't really have many issues across the stage. Tricky, you can tell just how much he's improved since that beginning, all the way back in Tournament 1. And Tricky Cyrus will be going to stage 2 for his 4th time. Well done, Tricky, as the 4th clear on this stage. And next up, we have one of the jumping greats of all time and the host of Ninja Warrior of Halo, Hunter Unit 751, making his landmark 10th appearance. Debuted in Tournament 2 and has not missed a tournament since. Is also one of just 2 people to clear stage 1 in every tournament so far this era, so he would not want to break that streak now. Just him and Petrillo are the only 2 who have been able to say that to their name in this era. Let's see, can he move on through? And he's through the Silk Slider, going into the Bounce Boulder. Hunter's done all of these obstacles and beaten them before. Let's see. Doesn't even need a jump at the Bounce Boulder, and he's going for the half-pipe attack now. Let's see, and he's got it. Has 50 seconds for the Great Wall. And he is up it in 1, going into the overpass. This has done some damage. He sizes it up. Let's see, it looks like he's going to take it one at a time. Getting some nice frog jumps there. And he is getting a very close jump there at the overpass, but he's through into the hot streak now. Let's see. Moving across, his hot streak hasn't done damage so far, and he will not be the first to go out on it. Moving into the Vine to victory. Has 15 seconds. Might want to pick up the pace a tiny bit, but ultimately it shouldn't matter. He can't do the Hunter anymore, but it doesn't matter, and Hunter Unit 751 is the 5th clear of the tournament. Well done, Hunter. And a very smooth run all throughout. Came up a bit close there at the overpass, but overall very impressive, had no issues whatsoever. And Hunter Unit stays on top of this stage 1. Still one of just 2 people to never fail it in this era. Well done, Hunter. We will see you at the 2nd stage. And next up, also making their 11th appearance, this is Mighty Max 80. Mighty Max, also one of 4 to never miss a tournament of Ninjas of Halo. However, Mighty has also been a lot more up and down in terms of his results. He's made it to stage 4, but he's also failed stage 1 in the vast majority of his appearances. Let's see if he can begin to change that. He's made it to stage 2 3 times in the past, including last tournament, in the record-breaking set of people, where he went out on the balance tank. Let's see here. Gets a nice jump at the bounce boulder. He's going to do the jump, and he's through. Mighty Max. The time has typically been an issue for Mighty Max in the past, and we already saw Irish go out very low on time. However, he's looking good so far. Alright, up the Great Wall in 1, has 40 seconds left. Oh, he's going to take his time here on this overpass. This is a bit risky on time-wise. However, he should be able to make it if he keeps up the pace that he was at before. And he's through the overpass. 23 seconds. That's way lower than you typically want it to be. However, it's still very much recoverable. And this is a very similar story to what we saw for Rich. It's going to come down to this vine. He's down to 11 seconds. This is going to be very close. Let's see, he's moving up fast, but will it be fast enough? 5 seconds, he took a safe jump. That could be costly. He's down to 1 second. Go, baby, let's go! Yes! 0.1 on the clock. Man, this tournament has been very close with time so far. Oh dear, people are cutting it close to Mighty Max. Just took a lot of time on the overpass and it almost cost him just barely has enough time to make it through. Any other mistake would have cost him his ticket to stage 2. However, he pulled through and we will see Mighty Max on the second stage. Coming in at number 44 and making their 7th appearance is Flamosaurus. Flamosaurus is making his 7th appearance at Ninjas of Halo. He made his debut in Tournament 5, going out of the Jumping Spider. However, he quickly bounced back in Tournament 6, getting all the way of being just one of 3 people to make it to Stage 3, going out at the Swap Planet Bridge. He's made the Stage 3 twice since then, failing the Devil Steps in Tournament 8, and having a very similar fail in Tournament 10. And Flame hopes to make it to Stage 3 for his 4th time today. Flamosaurus, the host of Spartan Ninja Warrior, do check that out. He's beaten in Stage 1 50% of the time. However, all 50% of that Stage 1 clears went to Stage 3. So, good on him for being undefeated on the second stage, I suppose. Flame, oh my god, that was a risky silk slider, but he made it through. 70 seconds left into the bounce boulder. Let's see here. He's moving along. And he's got it. He failed this half-pipe attack in Tournament 7. You can see he's lining it up, and he has it. He's through into the Great Wall now. Just about 45 seconds good on time, and he's up the Great Wall in 1. Going for the overpass now. Flame gonna take it one at a time. He's gonna line this jump up. He should have the time. Gonna take a while to line this jump up actually, and he has it. Nicely done. Let's see, this Flame is gonna go into the hot streak. 25 seconds left. Running a bit lower on time than he'd prefer, but he should be good. He's into the Vine to victory. Flame hoping to keep himself above 50-50 for stage 1. Klaxon sound, but he is good, and Flamosaurus is going to the second stage once more. For the first time beating it consecutively as well. Nicely done. He had a very wild silk slider there. However, he made it work out. And Flamosaurus, you can see it took a minute to size up the half-pipe attack, but overall, this did not matter. He probably could have potentially beaten the Klaxon if he didn't stop at the half-pipe. But Flamosaurus is going to stage 2 once more. Well done. We'll see you on stage. Dose. And next up, hoping to get some long-awaited revenge is Fireball. Fireball ZXZ is making his 10th appearance at Ninjas of Halo, most notably failing the hang climb 3 times in a row from Tournament 2 to Tournament 4, and most recently on Stage 3 failing the cliffhanger in Tournament 8. However, Fireball has definitely struggled on this Stage 1 in recent history, failing the first stage in 4 of the last 6 tournaments, including in Tournament 5, going out on just the second obstacle, the pole maze. However, Fireball has still been very successful on Ninjas of Halo in the past, and hopes to get some good old revenge in this tournament. DHG Fireball has had a very up and down career lately in Ninjas of Halo. Started off very strong, however, he has not had the most luck on this first stage recently. Let's see. He's flying through this first stage so far, though. Doing the taco effect, I see. Nope, he doesn't get up it. Here he goes into the bounce boulder, and he sticks it nicely. Fireball. It's really just come down to really small things for Fireball. In Tournament 10, he just struggled with the Great Wall too much and didn't have time. Tournament 9 was the tournament everyone sucked, so you know. But has 53 seconds for the Great Wall. And he's up it in 1 this time. Beats the buffed version of it too. Going into the overpass. Let's see, he's going to skip the 3rd bar as well. And he's through loads of time here. 40 seconds on the clock. Let's see, Fireball going into the hot streak. He's going to run across the thing and he's going to skip the 4th bar of the hot streak. That's a very risky strategy, but he made it work. Now has 25 seconds for the Vine to victory. All the time he could ask for. And Fireball gets a spring jump, I think, there for the last one. And he is going to stage 2 for the first time since Tournament 8. Well done, Fireball, as he is going to stage 2 once more. Overall, had a really clean run and looked very good on the stage, which we have not seen much of lately from Fireball. However, a very impressive run throughout. Did the same skip that we saw earlier on the overpass. And that wild hot streak is the strategy, but Fireball, for the first time since Tournament 8, will be on stage 2. And next up, we have Rog. RPG445 is making his 11th appearance, one of 4 people to never miss a tournament, as he's only failed the first stage twice, once by time up in Tournament 4, and the other from the oh-so-hated bungee bridge of Tournament 9. However, Rog has struggled with the second stage in particular, only beating it 3 times of the 8 he's attempted it, most recently in Tournament 7. However, even then, he would go out early on stage 3 on just the second obstacle, the Globe Grasper. While Rog has struggled on the second stage in the past, he is still a very good competitor and is ready to show why. Rog, probably the most consistent you will find on Ninjas of Halo, especially from the very beginning, was the only person in Tournament 1 to get to stage 3. Let's see, going for the butterfly wall. Rog's beaten all these things in the past. He would not want to change that today. Going for the bounce board, he's going to take some time to line this up. And Rog has got it. Here. He's going to go for the drop, not going to go for a jump, and he's through. Rog, the host of Spartan Sasuke. If you have been living under a rock and don't know what Spartan Sasuke is, then just simply look it up. It is very cool. Going for the Great Wall now. He's struggled with that in the past, but he's up in a 1. Now for the overpass. Let's see what he's going to go for. The 1 to 3 strategy. Let's see here. Oh, he gets a safe jumping. Rog messes up the overpass. Rog, the All-Star, that's just his 3rd time ever failing the first stage. He went for a save jump on the overpass when he didn't need it, and that is deadly for Rog, as he just makes a minor mistake on the overpass, and that is how quickly those cable jumps will throw you off. He didn't get a sprint and tried to overcorrect for it, and Rog, just for the 3rd ever time, is eliminated on the first stage. Well, next up, we have the one and only Weapon Matt. Weapon Matt is one of the most successful competitors in recent history of Ninjas of Halo. He made his debut in Tournament 5 and went out early on that tournament. However, since then, Weapon Matt has absolutely thrived. In Tournament 6, he will get first place, making it all the way to the vertical limit. Since then, he has continued to have his incredibly good stats, including never failing before the 5th obstacle on Stage 3, and even when he went out in Tournament 9 on Stage 1, he bounced back, beating the vertical limit for his first time, and getting all the way to the pipe drop. Today, Weapon Matt hopes to keep up the very high success he's had. Weapon Matt, potentially the best competitor on Ninjas of Halo to have not gotten to the final stage yet. That could very much change today. However, it all starts here. Weapon Matt only failed the stage 1 once this era in the brutal Tournament 9. He's going for the silk slider. He's really riding on the edge there, but he doesn't even need a save jump. Took one anyway, but doesn't matter. And oh, okay, that was, oh nope, he slipped off the back of the landing there. That wasn't very cool. But he's into the bounce boulder now, gets the ball, and Weapon Matt's through the bounce boulder into the half pipe attack now. Weapon Matt There's no flying chute for him to fail, so barring the overpass, since he's never attempted it, he knows all this. Going into the Great Wall, and he's up it in 40 seconds left on the clock. Let's see, okay, he's going to take his time here. We've already seen that almost come back to bite many people. He lets the bar get all the way out and just barely makes that. Very nicely done from Matt. 25 seconds left for the last 2 obstacles. And he doesn't do any weird shenanigans on the hot streak. 16 seconds left. Ooh, that's pretty close actually, but he should be fine. He clacks and sounds. Weapon Matt might want to pick up the pace a tiny bit, but it doesn't matter. Weapon Matt, for the 5th time, is going to the 2nd stage. Very impressive from Weapon Matt. Kind of slipped off the back of the bounce boulder there for the actual platform. But good thing there was a second one there to catch him. Took his time across the course, but he had the time to take, unlike some others so far. And Weapon Matt, very nicely done. He will be going to the 2nd stage for his 5th time. Well done, Weapon Matt. We will see you on stage 2.
The ultimate goal of this tournament is to win, but to be honest, I feel a lot less pressure than I did last time. Mainly because, I don't know, I think having the experience of that failure last time gave me the opportunity to learn from it, and now we're going to go into this new tournament with a bunch of new obstacles that I really enjoy doing. It's one of the most fun stages that I've ever done. All the obstacles are just really fun to do. And so, even if I do fail, I'll be disappointed, but just because of how awesome the stage is, I don't think I would be that upset.
Petrillo Fam 4 is making his 9th appearance on Ninjas of Halo. He's beaten Stage 1 in every tournament since Tournament 4, and has made to Stage 3 a total of 5 times. Most notably of them being in Tournament 7, where he beat the 3rd stage and made it all the way to Stage 4 and attempting to climb the tower to no avail. However, Petrillo has largely kept up his success since then, most notably in Tournament 9, the Bloodbath tournament, where he got 1st place failing the Rolling Hill. Today we'll find out if Petrillo Fan 4, the All-Star himself, can keep up his success today. Petrillo Fam 4, he wants that final stage. He said last tournament that it could have been the tournament to achieve total victory. Maybe this could be the tournament. Let's find out. Petrillo was very devastated to go out a bit earlier on stage 3 last time on the separating corners. He wants to avenge himself. However, it all starts on this 1st stage. You do not want to overthink anything and start getting ahead of yourself. And old Petrillo doesn't get up the ledge there, but he's going into the bounce boulder, and he's got it. 65 seconds on the clock. Petrillo looking good. And he's through the bounce boulder, looking at the half-pipe attack. He's only failed this stage 1 once in this course's history, when he went out in Tournament 3, I believe, on the Circle Hammer. That was really before anyone cared about this course, so that makes sense. But he's up the Great Wall in 1, going into the overpass. We watched Rod go out here. Petrillo does not want to do the same. Alright, he's going to take his time here. He goes for it, and he's got it. 30 seconds on the clock here for the last 2 obstacles. Lining up the hot streak, and he is through. 23 seconds on the clock for the last obstacle. And Petrillo, it appears, is going to join Hunter in their quest to beat the Stage 1 in every tournament this era. And he's going to go up the last one, and he is through, and Petrillo Fam 4 joins Hunter, keeps up that streak, has beaten Stage 1 in every tournament so far in the rising era of Ninjas of Halo. Well done, Petrillo. A very smooth run throughout, and he has beaten Stage 1 for, I believe, his 7th time in a row. Actually, no, I'm sorry, 8th time in a row. Even more impressive. Petrillo, the longest active streak ever on Ninjas of Halo. Very impressive. We will see you on stage 2.
Well, this is lucky number 7 appearances for me, so, you know, hopefully I can win, but last tournament, after failing that final stage there, it kind of sucks, just the way I failed. Like, I could have failed the first jump and I would have been fine with it, but failing like that sucks. But right now, I gotta focus on stage 1. The only really option I'm worried about is the half pipe. Everything else I feel pretty good with, so we'll see how it goes.
Lucky number 7 for Avesia, also known as Braze, also known as Joey Davis, all the names. Let's see, Joey, he got so close to beating this entire course and being the second to achieve total victory last tournament. Came up just one jump short on what would have been a historic moment for Joey and for all courses alike, really. That would be Joey's first cons, and however, he did not get there. This could be it for him, though. However, it all starts here. Moving across the bounce boulder. We're already at 10 clears, so it would be nice to see it push past double digits, get more clears in Tournament 8. See, alright, Joey threw the half-pipe attack. That's what he was worried about, so as long as nothing major happens, he should be home free. Oh my god, that was almost a really cool save there on the Great Wall. But he has to take another attempt at it, but he's good. 37 seconds left into the overpass. You watched Rog fail here. He's going to take him one at a time, and he catches it just before it stops moving. Joey going into the hot streak. He's doing good on time here. Joey never does bad on time, though, so that's fine. And he has 20 seconds for the vine to victory. It's looking good here for Joey. Going at the vine. He slips off the vine! Joey Davis! What is this? Joey fails stage 1 for the first time since Tournament 7 on the vine to victory. He failed this obstacle on stage 4. It's the final vine. However, now he goes out on it on the vine to victory on stage 1. This is madness. Joey Davis, probably one of the most successful competitors in recent history of jumping as a whole, going out on stage 1. That is unbelievable. He goes out on the vine to victory. That is just insanity. I do not believe it. For the first time in over a year and a half, probably, Joey Davis is out on stage 1. That is unfortunate. Well, we only have one run left to go as a line of people are here to give him good luck. This is the one and only Chumpy. Chumpy is making his 11th appearance on Ninjas of Halo, the grand champion himself from back in Tournament 5 when he conquered the course and became champion. Chumpy has a long list of achievements and accomplishments on this course, including one of the longest Stage 1 clear streaks from Tournament 2 all the way to Tournament 8. He's also been very successful on Stage 2, only failing it once in his career in the last tournament. Despite Chumpy's small drop in results lately, he is still one of the greatest on this course and is ready to show why. Chumpy, one of the greatest to ever take on this course, as an entire truckload of bodies in the ground below him. He does not want to join them on this stage 1. He's only failed it twice in the inaugural Tournament 1 and all the way back in Tournament 9. Feels like forever ago, at least. It was only 2 tournaments ago, however. It's Chumpy moving on through the stage. He has not gotten to stage 3 since Tournament 8. He doesn't want to make that a 3-tournament gap. He's moving through the bounce boulder, gets a nice jump there, has good control of the ball, going for the half-pipe attack. Ooh, that was a bit low and he wrapped around the rope, but he made it work. 50 seconds left, going into the Great Wall. And Chumpy's up and 1, going for the overpass. Chumpy going to try and skip. Chumpy slips off the overpass! Chumpy, the grand champion himself, fails on stage 1 once again, going out on the overpass this time. This is unbelievable. This stage 1 is doing some damage this tournament to huge names. He just didn't get a good jump. I am shocked. The crowd is shocked. This is insanity.
Oh no!
The people cannot believe it. Chumpy is not going to get back to stage 3. He's not going to get back to stage 2. He is out on the first stage for his 3rd time. That is insane. The 300th ever attempt on stage 1 will end at the overpass. Wow! Well, despite a very unfortunate turn of events at the end of the stage, 10 competitors still prevail. Smoky Massacre, Crowned Ferret, Cobra, Tricky Cyrus, Hunter Unit 751, Mighty Max, Flamosaurus, Fireball, Weapon Mat, and Patrol Fam 4 will all be moving on to stage 2. With all these competitors having seen the second stage in the past, let's see how they will fare on stage 2 today. 10 competitors will get to try out the stage 2. It is very similar to the last tournament. In fact, it is the exact same as the last tournament. It starts off with the spider walk, where competitors must move across the set of windows that has never been failed. Wouldn't want that to change today. And then it's the crumbling ladder, where competitors must go up the ladder and before it drops beneath their feet. Then as the wing nuts move across the 3 corner jumps and then go straight into the fishbone. 5 very brutal hammer jumps you have to time very precisely unless you want to fall into the water. Then it is the balance tank. Move the tank across a steep decline actually before catching onto a rope and then going into the final obstacle, the chain seesaw. Move across the 3 sets of seesaws. If you can beat the stage in 75 seconds, you'll be going to stage 3. And then kicks off with the host of Halo Ninja Warrior himself, Smoky Massacre. This is his second time on stage 2. Last time he tried it, he went out in a very unfortunate circumstance at the Psycho track. Now he gets to take it on once more. However, this is not the stage 2 that he saw back in Tournament 8. He's going to go for the crumbling ladder. There's Snoz in the background cheering him on, and okay, he really wants to pick up the pace on the crumbling ladder. It doesn't actually start until you land that second one, so he's very lucky that he kind of got away with a technicality there on the crumbling ladder. And he's moving through the wing nuts now. Smoky Massacre. 45 seconds, and he is through the wing nuts onto the fishbone now. Let's see how he can fare on this. See, oh, he's going to go fast by the looks of it. That is a viable strategy. The hammer kind of getting in the way, and Smokey comes up short! Oh, an unfortunate end for Smokey there. He just, I couldn't tell if he got clipped by the hammer or if he just didn't get enough momentum. But Smoky Massacre is out at the fishbone. Just didn't get a very good jump, and Smokey, his second time will not be the charm on stage 2, and he's out on the fishbone.
Well, I mean, stage 1 was nothing short of a miracle for me to not get the slowest time. I'm definitely feeling better on stage 2 this time. However, it's a really hard stage. There's not one obstacle I'm feeling better on or worse on. Obviously, I failed the fishbone last time. If I get back there, it's going to be a successful tournament for me. But really, we'll just go out and see what happens and hope it all goes my way.
Crowned Ferret 19, last tournament was one of 14 to take on the stage 2, and was one of very many to take it on for their first time. It's the exact same, so let's see if Irish can prevail. Irish, he's not the most confident in window obstacles, but he gets through it there. Going for the crumbling ladder, he helped build this thing, he slips off of it! Well, that was a very quick ending for Irish there. He just didn't get a very good mount, had to rush the second jump, and that was a very quick ending. Irish out at the crumbling ladder. Alright, well, 2 down already, 8 to go. Next up is Cobra, the first person who has cleared the stage in the past. Let's see, there's Tricky Cyrus who will be running next, giving him a back slap there. Let's see, Cobra. And the third time be the charm for our competitors. Let's see. Moving on through. Gonna take on the crumbling ladder. Just watch Irish fail this. Let's see here. Oh, he doesn't get up. He has to move now, and he doesn't get it either. Cobra, the person who beat this stage last tournament, one of just 5 to do so, goes out at the crumbling ladder. That is very crazy, honestly. As 2 people in a row in the span of like 30 seconds go out at the crumbling ladder. He just didn't get a good jump onto that 4th rung and could not recover in time before the bar got away from him, and Cobra is not going back to stage 3, is out at the crumbling ladder.
I'm really happy that I got past stage 1 for the first time since tournament 8. I'm a bit worried on the second stage. There are a few obstacles that can take me out, like the fishbone back here. Any missed time in an error could make me fail. Also, the balance tank, I did struggle a lot with that in practice, so I'm hoping to get past that, and maybe I could make it back to the 3rd stage and make my second stage clear rate 50-50.
Well, Tricky Cyrus, he's one of those people who haven't been on this stage in some time, and like I've said for others, it is a very different stage than back in Tournament 8 when he last saw it. However, he does have a lot more experience. He has the Timmy Helmet Gang, Caden and Jake, so I guess 50% of the Timmy Helmet Gang giving him some good luck. And here comes Cyrus going into the crumbling ladder. We just watched 2 people go out on this thing. It's always deadly, even when people least expect it. And alright, through the crumbling ladder. That's nice. Now onto the wing nuts. This obstacle hasn't been very deadly in the past. Only one person has failed it in its lifespan, that being Log in the last tournament. Alright, going into the fishbone now. 43 seconds on the clock. This is Cyrus' first time taking on this obstacle. And he's moving nicely through. 35 seconds left. And Cyrus is through into the balance tank. 30 seconds left. Let's see. He's going to crouch on it, but that thing picks up speed quickly. He gets a nice wrangle, and that is a good jump from Cyrus, but he's going to want to pick up the pace. He only has 15 seconds left for the chain seesaw. You typically want a whole lot more time for this. However, he's taking that time anyway, but he doesn't have that time. He's down to 5 seconds. Cyrus needs to go. Let's see, and he slips off the chain seesaw. I don't know if he would have had enough time, but Cyrus out on stage 2.
Well, 10 appearances. My 8th time on stage 2. That's pretty darn good. I had a little nice run going until the last tournament when it all kind of went wrong. When I punched my face on a pallet. This stage 2 is pretty tough. The time limit makes it really tough. I could have a chance, but I gotta go fast, and I gotta hope I don't make any mistakes. So we'll see. I just hope I don't have an embarrassing fail.
Hunter Unit 751, he wants to get some revenge on the stage after failing in the last tournament. He started to get a thing going. Let's see if he can bounce back, though. It's Hunter. Alright, moving on through, and Hunter, he fails a spider walk! Hunter is the first person to ever fail the first obstacle of stage 2. That has never happened before. Hunter just doesn't get a good jump. I think he rushed it a bit. Should have probably taken a save jump there, and you can see he turned a bit too late, and by then there was nothing he could have done. Hunter is the first person to ever fail this spider walk. That is insane. Hunter goes out early on the second stage. But next up, we have Mighty Max 80. Mighty Max also failed this stage in the last tournament, going out at the balance tank as opposed to the fishbone. Balance tank is still here, so he can still get some revenge on it. See Mighty Max going in for the crumbling ladder. Okay, he took a long time there. He's going to want to move now as the bars drop just beneath his feet, but he's got it. Now working his way through. Look at that. Look at Mighty Max go. Moving through the wing nuts. Has 45 seconds left. Time has been an issue for Mighty Max in the past. He has the most time-ups of any competitor. So he would definitely like to move on the fishbone, and that's exactly what he's doing. Look at him go. Okay, he's going to stop there, wait an extra cycle. He probably didn't need to, but nonetheless has 30 seconds for the balance tank. He's going to punch it. He's going to do this strategy again. It didn't work for him last time. But he gets a wrangle on it this time, and he is through. 20 seconds on the clock. If he moves through the chain seesaw quickly, he could beat this stage. And he's moving through the chain, and he slips off the chain seesaw. Oh, it was looking good for Mighty Max, but he just didn't even, I don't think he even stuck it. He just tried to rush the chain seesaw a bit too much, and Mighty Max goes out on stage 2 once again. That is an unfortunate ending for Mighty Max. Well, we just have a couple of runs to go, and still no one is beaten this stage 2. Next up is Flame. He's never failed at the second stage. He would not want that to change today. He's attempted it 3 times. This will be his 4th. He would love to make it 4 for 4. And he's going to start spring jumping up the crumbling ladder. Spring jumping is one of Flame's best attributes. And he got it going very quickly there. Into the wing nuts now. Flew up that crumbling ladder. Look at that. 50 seconds left for the wing nuts. After beating the wing nuts, sorry. He's into the fishbone now. It's time. And Flamosaurus is through the fishbone into the balance tank now. Let's see, he was worried about this. It does go very quickly. And he's not even going to go for a save jump. Nice control of that balance tank. That is very impressive. 20 seconds for the chain seesaw. He has the time. He's going to get for short hops here. And look at Flame go. He has one more. Can Flame do it? Yes, he can. And Flamosaurus is going to stage 3 for his 4th time. Well done, Flame. A very impressive one. Absolutely flew up the crumbling ladder and had no problems with the stage. Took his time where he needed it, especially on the fishbone. But Flamosaurus, this tournament will not end on stage 2. Breaks the mold, and Flamosaurus is going to stage 3 for his 4th time. Well done, Flame. And next up, we have another competitor who's never failed this second stage. This is Fireball. Fireball, this is his first time getting here since Tournament 8, like many others. However, let's see if he can beat it. It would be nice to make it 6 in a row. I believe that would be the most of anyone, currently at least. And he also springs up it. Very nicely done. Look at that. Oh, he's going to spring jump on the wing nuts too. Opting for very similar strategies to Flame here, and it's looking good time-wise for him. Going into the fishbone now. Fireball's never seen this before, but he's taking his time. That's good. Doesn't want to rush it or go too slow, and it looks like he found a nice balance there. Going into the balance tank now. Let's see. Oh, okay, he's going to punch against it to keep it from going too fast. He needs to look where he's going. Fireball has to go for the jump, and he misses the rope to the balance tank. That's the risk when you're not looking where you're going. Fireball had to try and recover quickly and couldn't get it. Just missed the rope. Probably could have gotten the save jump, but Fireball is first time failing the second stage. And with just 2 runs to go, next up is Weapon Matt. Weapon Matt also has never failed this second stage. However, this stage has been very deadly so far. You'd think that with the stage being the exact same, people would have it figured out. However, Flame's the only person to beat it so far, so I guess people needed a bit more time. This Weapon Matt also flies up the crumbling ladder. Very nicely done there. And gets the wing nuts. A bit of a sketchy transfer, but he's got it. Weapon Matt taking his time on these wing nut jumps. And he is through. 45 seconds left into the fishbone. Let's see, Weapon Matt was one of just 5 to beat this stage in the last tournament. Almost got clipped by the hammer there. That would have been a very unfortunate end, but he's through. 30 seconds left here. He's going to do the Mighty Max strategy and hang on for a very long time. But Weapon Matt catches the rope, and he's got 22 seconds here. This is looking good. Let's see. We've already seen 2 people fail this chain seesaw. And just got one more, 10 seconds left. Gonna take a couple of save jumps here. Uh-oh, this is actually pretty risky. Took a lot of save jumps, but it doesn't matter as weapon match with 2.8 on the clock is the second stage 2 clear of the tournament. Had a very smooth run up until that slow chain seesaw, but nonetheless took his time where he needed to, made himself look good, and weapon mat will keep up his undefeated stage 2 streak, his 5th time beating the second stage, and weapon mat is the second stage 2 clear. Well done. We will see you on stage 3. Alright, well now only one more stage 2 run left to go. It is Petrillo Fam 4. He's failed this stage twice in the past, once in Tournament 4 on the bridge jump, and then in Tournament 6 on the bouncing spider, which was honestly a very cool obstacle. I actually really liked the bouncing spider. It didn't get to stay long though, just didn't fit with the stage. Maybe it'll be back one day. And the crumbling ladder appeared to not be in of existence for a second, but luckily I have regens. Through. Had a very nice crumbling ladder there. And he's moving on through the wingnuts. Petrillo hasn't failed this stage in a very long time. Would not want that to change today. 45 seconds for the fishbone. That seems to be the normal amount of time that people are having for this fishbone. And Petrillo, he's going to wait an extra cycle there. He probably didn't need to, but it's fine as long as he keeps moving. Alright, okay, he's struggling to get the fishbone, not the fishbone, the balance tank to move. This could be bad, but he's looking fine either way, and he's on to the rope. He's going to have to move on the chain seesaw, though, down to 13 seconds, and didn't even need a save jump on the chain seesaw. Look at Petrillo go at the very end here. Nicely done, and Petrillo Fam 4 for the 5th time in a row has beaten this second stage. Well done, has not failed it since Tournament 6, as we've seen Petrillo on every stage 3 since Tournament 7 now. A very clean run. Had a bit of a weird technique there on the fishbone, but nonetheless, Petrillo Fam 4, very nicely done, and he is going to stage 3 once again. Congratulations, Petrillo. And that is a good way to end the second stage. And despite 10 people getting here, only 3 could prevail. Flamosaurus, Weapon Mat, and Petrillo Fam 4 were the only 3 to be able to beat this stage 2. That's the 3rd tournament in this era with only 3 people getting past the second stage. And these 3 stand strong for this tournament. But now they must take on the brutal 3rd stage. It all starts with the curved body prop 4 windows that they must move through. And then it's the new obstacle, the falling shelves. The moment that you land on any of those shelves, they fall down like pendulums, and you must be very careful in order to prevail. Then it's the swap planet bridge, move across the golf balls, and make a transfer along the way. And the notorious mad cliffhanger, move across 8 ledges of absolute doom. And the separating corners, this obstacle debuted in the last tournament and took out the Petrillo Fam 4. And if you can beat that, you go into the Devil's Leap, a mongoose ramp of the ages, be a very tight jump there. And then the vertical limit. This obstacle has done so much damage this era. Let's go across that. And then it is the pipe drop. This pipe drop has been changed. Now there's only 1 pipe up top. And if any of these 3 can beat this 3rd stage in any time, they are going to the stage 4.
So the potential for me getting a personal best is always there, but I'm 95.738% sure that I'm going to fail the planet bridge again.
Flamosaurus, he doesn't sound too confident. He hasn't done too well on the stage in the past, but there's no time like the present, so hopefully today he can beat that swap planet bridge. Starts with the curved body prop. We've seen window obstacles do some damage already this tournament. The spider walk take out its first victim. The curved body prop would not like to do the same. And now Flame takes on the falling shelves. What's his plan going to be here? He's going to spring jump up there to catch the lift there before it goes away. And that's a very interesting strategy. The moment that those things hit 90 degrees, they lock. So that is definitely a good way to make sure that you land on it. Flame is through the falling shelves on his first try. Now the notorious swap planet bridge. He has hated this thing ever since it was introduced. And now Flame has to take it on once more. You can tell he's not confident, but can he do it? He's going to go quickly across the first set. Now for the transfer. Looks like he was going to try and skip a ball there. That is allowed, but he doesn't go for it. And Flame, one more jump, and Flamosaurus is through the swap planet bridge. Will take on. He's going to celebrate for a second by jumping in the air. Don't want to accidentally fall off the platform. That would be very unfortunate. But now he takes on the mad cliffhanger. This is a cliffhanger that's very difficult. Flame didn't get to attempt this in practice, so this will be very interesting how he takes it on. Alright, third ledge. Now he has to make a huge transfer across, and he slips off, but he saves it! Okay, Flame. You cannot do that. Alright, but he gets to try it again. Alright. Hopefully now this time he can stick it. Now he has to make the big... Oh, he slips off again, but he saves it. Alrighty. I guess that's how this is going to be. I think he's trying to short hop, but I don't think that's very viable for this. So you have to resort to actually getting crouch jumps. Let's see if he can figure that out this time. Oh, almost slipped off again. And okay, Jesus, Flame. This is getting out of hand already. Flamosaurus cannot figure out how to stick this third ledge, but he can keep going back and forth as long as he needs, as long as he can keep saving it. Let's see if this time he can get it. And no, he can't, but he gets another save. What blasphemy is this? He's going to take this on for his 4th or 5th time, something like that. Flame, can he finally stick this? He's really struggling here, and he finally gets it, and finally gets to attempt the actually hard part of this cliffhanger. Let's see how he can do. Has to get this transfer in one try. No saves for Flame here. And he sticks it. Look at Flame go. His first try has got the transfer. He's not going to try and stick it because we saw how that went in the past. Oh wait, he actually is going to try and stick it by the looks of it. And he's got it. Flame is just 4 ledges through. He has 4 more to go. Alright. Flame now has to make this tight corner jump. And Flame has got it. Okay, that was a bit close. But that's been pretty much the summary of this entire run. Close. So, let's see if Flame can get these last 2 ledges. Let's see, he goes for it. And he goes straight for it, and he has it. Flame is just 1 jump away from beating this cliffhanger after what feels like an eternity on it. Let's see, he's gonna back up. I don't think he really trusts the distance for this. He never got to attempt this jump, so that makes sense. And he's got it. Flamosaurus is now going to take on the separating corners. Pedro failed this in the last tournament. Can Flame do it? And he gets a bad save jump, and Flame, a run of the ages there, in a absolute chaos. However, it all falls apart on the separating corners. Well done, Flame. But his tournament ends at the 5th obstacle of stage 3, a personal best. However, Flame is out.
The 5th time is definitely not going to be the charm. If I somehow get past the 2nd obstacle, maybe we can be off to the races, but honestly, with how little I've jumped in the last handful of months, any stage 3 is more than enough for me to be pleased.
Alright, Weapon Matt, he doesn't sound confident, but he has gotten very far into the stage before. In the last tournament, he failed pretty much the last jump of the stage, barring the actual final jump. Failed the drop of the pipe drop. The pipe drop is harder, however, If anyone can do it, it would be this guy, Weapon Matt. Into the curved body prop. Well, sorry, through the curved body prop. Into the falling shelves. This obstacle strikes fear into the hearts of everyone, and he's gonna full send it! Holy cow, that is a risky strategy! But Weapon Matt gets it done on the falling shelves. No wonder he was worried about it. That's a weird technique. He's gonna go straight into the swap planet bridge. Weapon Matt is a man on a mission here. Moving through the swap planet bridge, and he's got it. He's gonna punch the Cobra corner of safety there. And into the mag cliffhanger. Hopefully he doesn't spend like 4 minutes on it like Flame did. And he actually sticks to the ledge first try. Alright. Lining up for the transfer here. He's gonna go for it and gets a good save jump. Well done, Matt. Okay, gonna take a few more. He didn't really need to. Alright. Now for the back half. Matt is moving on through. Going for the last 2 ledges. And Weapon Matt is through the cliffhanger once again. Keeps up that streak. Has never failed before the 5th obstacle. Let's see if he can beat the 5th obstacle though. The separating corners. He beat this in the last tournament. Gets a nice save jump there. And he's through into the Devil's Leap. Just 3 obstacles to go. He did say he could be off to the races if he beats the 2nd obstacle, and that's definitely what's been happening so far. And he gets a nice jump there on the Devil's Leap. Just 2 obstacles to go. Going very quickly through the vertical limit here. Through the entire stage, honestly. He's doing very nice. Gets the transfer as well. And Weapon Matt back to the pipe drop. This is so much harder than it was in the last tournament. You have 1 pipe to go off of. The drop is now much more lenient though. So if he can get through the first part, he could be able to do it. Weapon Matt sizing this up. He didn't get to try this in practice. He's looking down in the water. That is not where you want to be, Weapon Matt. You want to be up here. And he sticks it into the pipe drop. Now he has to move across that 1 pipe. Any mistake can mean your doom here. You have to go so carefully. This is Irish wobble coaster levels of speed that you have to go through here. And just to be ensuring of your own safety. And you can see that as Weapon Matt going very slowly. However, that's just what you have to do. He's gonna take his time here. He is just a couple of jumps away. There is so much at stake here. Weapon Matt could get to the final stage for his first time. Oh, he started to peek out a bit too much there, but he corrected it nicely. Weapon Matt. There is so much at stake for him here. He could become the 5th person to ever beat this 3rd stage. He's moving along. He just has a bit more to go. He's starting to pick up the pace a bit. Don't get too overconfident. Let's see, Weapon Matt. Just a bit more to go. He's leaning a bit to the right there. Might want to correct that if he can. But he's not too far out. He's in the home stretch now for this pipe. It is so specific. If you make any error, it will lift you up and you are done for. Let's see, he's moving along. Just a tiny bit more to go. Let's see. He wants to get right up to that pipe, and it looks like he has done the hard part. Now he has the drop. He failed this drop in the last turn, but it was under very different circumstances for the drop. Can he get it this time? Weapon Matt. Come on. He goes for it. He gets the drop. Weapon Matt is the 2nd person to ever make that drop. Now he is just a tiny bit away. There's 2 bars for that 2nd ledge, so he can be much less careful here. And he just has 1 bar left to go. 1 jump away from being the 5th person to ever beat this stage. Can Weapon Matt do it? He goes for it. Weapon Matt has done it! Weapon Matt, the 5th person to ever beat this 3rd stage. What a run for Weapon Matt. He absolutely tore through the falling shelves, which he was terrified of in practice and in his interview. He made the stage look easy. Well done, Weapon Matt. An incredible run. The 5th person to ever beat Stage 3 of Ninjas of Halo. He beat the separating corners, which he beat in the last tournament that took out Petrillo in that same tournament. He beat the Devil's Leap that he was also worried about, and Weapon Matt, he said himself he could be off to the races if he beat the falling shelves, and that is exactly what he did. Got the drop nicely that he failed in the last tournament, and Weapon Matt is going to Stage 3.
I think it's really going to come down to the second obstacle behind me, though. It'll be a huge confidence booster if I can get through it. But, of course, the pipe drop is also something I'm worried about just because of how long it takes you. And, of course, the separating corners, which took me out last time. But overall, I think it's just going to come down to needing to execute at the best of my ability. And if I can get as far as I can, I'll be happy because I'll know I've done my best.
Petrillo fam for the separating corners took him out in the last tournament. That was his worst result since Tournament 6. However, Petrillo is back and ready to compete more. As Chumpy once said in Tournament 8, can he do it? This is the falling shelves. This is what everyone's been worried about. And he does the intended strategy, actually. Come on, he's moving along, and he's got it. Well done. Just has one more, and he's through the falling shelves. That is a huge confidence booster. Getting shot at by someone, that's technically against the rules. But nonetheless, into the swap planet bridge now. Moving across, Petrillo fam 4. There is also so much at stake for him. He could become the okay, he's going to skip the ball on the swap planet bridge there. That's illegal, so that's what he went for. He could become the first person to ever beat the third stage twice. He had that chance in the last tournament, but the separating corners just ahead took him out, getting the transfer on the mad cliffhanger. Very nice. Petrillo has only failed a cliffhanger once in this tournament's history, where he had a very unfortunate end at the wild cliffhanger of Tournament 5. Probably should have given him a redo for that, but too late now. And he is through the mad cliffhanger. This is what it comes down to, the separating corners. This is the jump he failed. Petrillo lining it up. He goes for it, and Petrillo has it! Petrillo, just one more jump here. Can he get it? He goes for it, gets a save jump in. Petrillo! Okay, had a bit of a lag scenario there, but he's through the separating corners. He's beaten everything else here, barring the pipe drop, of course. Petrillo gets through the Devil's Leap and is now into the vertical limit. He failed this the last time he tried it back in Tournament 8. Petrillo beat it now, and he's got the transfer. He is on to the pipe drop. We just watched Matt beat this. Can Petrillo do it as well? Come on, Petrillo. You've got this. That is such a thin bar. You have to be so precise. Oh, he almost slipped out right as he jumped in, but he is in. Okay. He has to correct himself here, Petrillo. There's so much at stake for him here. See, Petrillo is going to really take his time here. See, come on. Oh, he looks ahead. He looks ahead, thinking that he got way farther than he actually has. Petrillo is moving along the pipe drop. Any error will eliminate you on the spot here. That's why people have to be so careful. He's moving along. He's almost halfway through. Petrillo fam 4. Come on. You've got to do this. He's just halfway through. He's moving along, though. Petrillo has a chance to become the first person to ever beat Stage 3 twice. but it all comes down to if he can beat this pipe drop. Come on. He's at the golden bar, not much further to go now. Petrillo, he's come so far. He's almost at the end, just has to make the drop now. He's about there. Can Petrillo do it? Come on. He's right there. Now he just has to make the drop. Come on, Petrillo. This is everything. He goes for the drop. Petrillo has it! He's made the drop. However, he's stuck in a crouch position. This is going to be tough. Now he has to get out of the pipe without hitting a kill plane while crouched. He's going to have to play very risky here. What's this play? He's going to try and aim for the side pipe. He can't crouch out of the pipe because he's stuck in a crouch. He had a poorly timed crouch on the drop, so now he has to play this very risky. And Petrillo has it. He didn't hit a kill plane, so it's legal. Petrillo, one jump away. Can we have two people on the final stage? He goes for it. Petrillo's got it! Another competitor is going to stage 4. Well done. Oh man, Petrillo. An incredible run in history has been made. Petrillo Fam 4 becomes the first person to ever beat Stage 3 twice, and he will be the first to ever attempt the final stage tower multiple times. An incredible run across the board. He took his time, and that is the important part. What a run from Petrillo. Moved on across, and he will be going to Stage 4 after a very long pipe drop, but that's all he needed. But here he has made history, and he will be going to Stage 4 for the second ever time. But now they must take on Stage 4. This era's fourth stage has been attempted 3 times in the past by Mighty, Petrillo, and Joey. However, all 3 attempts ended in failure, including Joey, who was just 2 jumps away, but fell short. The Stage 4 starts with the swap ladder, 3 sets of heavenly ladder-like style jumps, with 2 transfers in between. Then it is the spider climb, 6 back and forth jumps inside of a narrow glass pane, and then move quickly into the final vine, some clockwise cable jumps, and then rush for the buzzer. If Petrillo or Weapon Matt can beat this stage in 33 seconds, they will be grand champions. It all comes down to this. Let's see how they are feeling.
I feel good, honestly. I'm just kind of starstruck. I was not expecting to beat that second obstacle on Stage 3, let alone beat the damn stage, but, you know, I was able to pull through, and I know I can beat this final stage. It's just a matter of if I can, but hopefully this ends by me standing up there with some time left.
The first thing that came to mind once I got here is that of all the people to be with the final stage with, it has to be with this nincompoop again. We all know how that went last time in Irish Warriors, of course. But hopefully this time will be different. Hopefully it'll be different. I've learned my mistakes. I've learned from them. And I think I have a good shot at them. But then again, anything could happen, so wish me luck.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Weapon Matt and Petrillo Fam 4. Weapon Matt will go first. Can either of them become a grand champion? Weapon Matt, it all comes down to right now. 33 seconds on the clock. Here he goes. And Weapon Matt is off. He's onto the swap ladder. He's moving very quickly. That has been people's nemesis in the past. He's moving on up. And he's through 22 seconds. He skips the bar. That's a very good strategy. We saw Joey do it before. 18 seconds. He's moving very good into the final vine. He's looking good so far, but can he finish out? That is what Joey could not do. 10 seconds left. He just has one more rotation. Can he do it? 5 seconds left. Come on, Weapon Mat. Yes, Weapon Mat has done it. Total victory for Weapon Mat. And he has climbed the tower and is the second to ever win Ninjas of Halo. An incredibly smooth run all throughout, had almost a flawless run up to the final vine and used the time that he needed. And the Weapon Mat has won Ninjas of Halo 11. That is incredible. As he just, that's insane, he's done it! We have another grand champion for the first time since Tournament 5, as Weapon Mat has beaten this final stage.
Can go! Flame, hold on. Stop shooting, I can't hear a fucking thing. Flame, what can't we let these kids do? We just can't let them have our thunder. We just can't.
Woo! But it is not over yet. Petrillo Fam 4, the first person to ever take on this stage twice, has a chance to make history right here and now. We have so many people in the crowd above, from Galactic, the person who started off this tournament, to the Tournament 5 winner, now former winner, Chumpy. This is everything for Petrillo. We could have joint winners for the first time in Halo jumping history. However, Petrillo has to pull through here. This is everything now. Can Petrillo do it? And here comes Petrillo. He has a way better start than he did back in Tournament 7. You can just see how much he's grown. 25 seconds, a very good start on the swap ladder. Look at Petrillo go. He's going to use the bar, but that is okay. 20 seconds left. Petrillo, he's looking good here. Come on, 15 seconds left for the final vine. Petrillo has a chance here. He's moving up the vine, and Petrillo slips up the vine! No, Petrillo! He went the wrong way on the vine. That is... No, Petrillo! He was looking so good on the final vine. He would have had enough time if he moved up the vine. He just went the wrong way. He just didn't go the correct way and bounced himself off of the pole, and there was no way for Petrillo to fix it. And Petrillo, once again, fails the stage 4. That is devastating.
Hurt, mainly. I know this is gonna sting for a while, because I cannot believe I just let Matt beat me again, but I don't really know how to feel. The annoying thing to me is that I was so flawless on every single stage that I did this tournament. I made one mistake. And it cost me everything. It has been the story of my life on this course. Flawless runs followed by one little mistake that loses it all. And now that this is probably going to be the last Halo 5 tournament, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to live this down. I don't know if he's going to let me live it down. I don't know. All I know is that this is going to sting for a while. But there will be a day. I'm very confident that me and Matt will make it to the final stage together again. The next time it happens, I'm going to win.
In Tournament 5, we saw Chumpy become the first ever Grand Champion of Ninjas of Halo as he climbed the tower and took the throne, becoming the first to ever win on Ninjas of Halo. Today, that changes as Weapon Mat sits atop the throne as he is the second ever Grand Champion. He runs to the throne that he can now claim as his own. Weapon Mat, the second ever winner of Ninjas of Halo.
Knew it. feels good. You know, we're gonna get rid of this damn mountain. Hopefully the load times will be a little bit better in the next era. I think it was about time that someone pulled through on this final stage with how many attempts it got. And, you know, I just couldn't let the Trollo have all of the thunder on the final, so I had to, you know, just one-up them just enough.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the 11th tournament and the second era of Ninjas of Halo. There was a time where I didn't think this course would go past Tournament 7, but because of each and every one of you who stood by my side, this course now gets to grow and thrive to the third era and beyond. I cannot thank each and every one of you enough. I will see you all in Era 3 of Ninjas of Halo. Goodbye and good night.